Oh my God. Oh my God, this is funny, y'all. I told y'all. There we go. I told y'all back when the year started, when I read the year, I said, look, man, Elon Musk and Trump is going to come to a the relationship is too volatile, it's too combustible. They're not going to make it past the spring, and it's going to be a dramatic end. It's not going to be pretty. But grab your popcorn. Oh my God, there's so much shit going on right now we got to talk about. Man, white folks is crashing out. You got Pat McAfee defending himself. Oh my God, let me just jump right into it. Because I want to get to Trump and everything going on. But I first want to cover a couple other stories. Because it's just crazy right now. It's crazy right now. It is crazy right now in the news. The first story I want to get to is former Rams long snapper Jake McQuaid, 14-year NFL vet. This dude went up in a white Catholic church to this past Sunday and questioned the while service was going on. Apparently, one of the preachers was watching porn on the computer at church, and he got up and he said something about it.
Thank you, City Beat Magazine, for awarding Gilkey Window Company. 3 years in a row.
I want y'all to see some of it right here. He was marched out by police when he stood up in church and questioned, why is the preacher, or the Catholic priest or whatever, what the fuck you call him, Catholic priest, why is he watching porn on the church computer? Let's see here. Let's watch the video.
Casey about priests at the parish.
You want to put these rumors to rest. Can you answer this for me? This is not the time.
The letter went on to say that Father Martin Bachman would be leaving the parish to take.
Told y'all when I read the cards for the year, didn't I tell you? I said when it springs, I said people are about to be at it, and it's going to be the people who are on the same team going at it. You got that going on. And we'll get to Trump in 1 minute. I want to let some more people come in. Then we're going to get to the whole Trump situation. I want to read these other bits of news. Model minority Daniel Park was charged with providing and attempting to provide material to support a terrorist. A couple weeks ago here in Southern California in Palm Springs, there was a fertility clinic that was bombed by this white dude allegedly. And now they caught the dude that helped him out. And this is the guy that helped him out by providing the bomb supplies. He was caught at JFK Airport. So here's the clinic that was bombed. I'm telling y'all, look, black people, when we're not around, these people be going at dog. It's nothing but war between these people when we're not around. This is exactly what I said will happen if we pull back. Let them fight it out politically. Let them have this shit. Grab your popcorn and watch the shit crumble. You got that happening in the news. And we're going to get to Trump. Where's the other story? Oh, yeah. It was that one. It was this story right here. Look at my bookmarks. Before we get to Elon Musk, the dude from Barstool Sports, Dave Portnoy, we talked about this yesterday, how he crashed out on his employee. For those of you who didn't see it.
You probably have to be killed before you... Is this show or not a show?
Here we go.
Fuck up, you bald fuck.
Here we go.
Not mention it, not care that this... Shut the fuck. Don't tell. I'll tell you work for me.
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
People should be...
This shit says stream stopped because of an error. Are we back? We back. This shit says stream. Some of my streaming software. I don't know. Anyway, make sure y'all hit the like button and hit the share button, please. Cause we watching some signature crash outs right now. Make sure y'all hit the like button and share button, please. And so Portnoy had that meltdown. And so now that same guy that was crashing out, his Barstool Sports is very white supremacist leaning. The same guy who has a white supremacist leaning website who say all the jokes he want about black folks, he got a foot in his ass crying like a little hoe over the little jokes that that dude was saying. But this is the same guy a few years ago.
You posted the following on your site. I never condone rape, but if you're a size 6 and you're wearing skinny jeans, you kind of deserve to be raped.
Correct. I stand by that. I think it's a funny joke.
You think rape is funny?
No, I didn't say that. I think it's a funny joke.
Do you understand how offensive that is?
No, I obviously don't.
You posted...
So the white dude that was offended at the joke is okay with telling weight jokes. And then this happened.
Real quick, I got a conference, but this rant, I'm going viral per usual, trending on Twitter. That's what this guy does. I open my mouth and it just goes everywhere. I know it, clip, that's the deal. The latest one, me and Kirk from Unnamed, me yelling at Kirk, and you got everyone, oh, how could Dave ever talk to his employees like that? And fat boy Jason Whitlock, oh, he's evil. And Des Bryant, well, does he run like an offshore gambling company or something? He's like, don't ever, how can you talk to your employees like that? These guys just shut up and mind your business. Welcome to Barstool, all right? This is how we talk to each other.
So he said that's how we talk to each other. So he gets on the internet, and he's copping, pleas, and explaining. And the white dude that he cussed out, I want y'all to hear his response. And then we're going to get to this Elon Musk thing, because we got a lot to cover with the Elon Musk and Trump. Make sure y'all share more, and we're going to get people, some more people up in here, because that's a lot to talk about. But listen to the dude that he called a bald fuck, and he told to shut the fuck up and called him a bitch. Listen to what he had to say in response today on his show.
You know, I knew yesterday morning running, I thought of the skinny jeans thing. And I knew once I dropped that on him in the argument, which was, hey, look, like, I don't know, you made a dumb skinny jeans joke. I didn't really care, but like 2 days later when somebody got raped in Indiana, I don't think it was because you told that joke. I knew he was going to be upset that I brought it up.
Sure.
And he was a different person.
He turned on that.
Yeah, he got off, off kilter. I played him like a fucking fiddle. Like, bottom line, I own him now. We got the champ. We broke him. We really, and now he's scrambling. He's one of these guys. He's one of these, celebrities who are defined by this. He's Howard Stern. It's like, jokes. How many people have to die? I'm like, I don't know, 46, 2, none. I don't know. You tell me. The fucking jokes.
So now he has him by the balls. And so we watching all this infighting go on, and I'm loving it. Because Barstool Sports is a trash website. It covers black people horribly. It catches us at our worst moments. It makes mockery of us at our worst moments. They'll put up articles that have nothing to do with sports. As long as that article or story, as long as that story is critical of a Negro, they'll put the story up, and it'll have nothing to do with sports. So as media myself, it is my duty, because I can't tell them what not to cover and everything like that, but it is my duty to cover people like Barstool Sports, Elon Musk, Donald Trump at their worst. Because they're at their worst all the time. Thing is, most niggas ain't even watching. Them same black folks that be like, we the only ones. All them kind of niggas, they focused on Diddy right now. They ain't paying attention to this. This is happening right in front of our fucking face. And then the minute, let's say let's just say Gil's Arena or some shit like that, they break up on air like a couple weeks ago when Kenyon Martin and Nick Young were going at it. Niggas, we the only ones that do this on our podcast. We the only ones. Now you got the motherfucker who own a whole bunch of, the people who own Gilly and Wallow's podcast going at it. And the first thing Wallow is going to say is the next time a nigga walk in with his pants down, we need to do better. I bet you Gilly ain't going to say nothing about how his boss need to do better. But anyway, with that being said, Thank y'all for joining. I haven't said welcome to the chat room yet. Welcome to the chat room. We're about to get into this because I told y'all when the year started, this is the year of division, of parties crumbling. Oh, one more news story before I get into Elon Musk. That Korean Saint Pierre, the chick that Dr. Short calls Stud Pierre. Is that her name? Saint Pierre, some shit like that? Yeah, Corinne Jean Pierre. Yeah. The chick with the fucked up crop top. That's her name. Yeah, Jean Pierre. That's her name. The one with the fucked up crop top. She is now stepping down from Biden. From the Democratic Party. And she says she's becoming an independent. And apparently she's going to no, she's mad that no one listened to her. You know, this is the same woman that would roll her eyes when asked about reparations. It's the same woman that would roll her eyes and talk about anything for Black Americans. Would flat out roll her eyes. Now she's talking about, oh, they're not the party I thought they were. Fucking idiot, of course. So all this is going on right now in the news. Which leads us to Elon Musk versus Trump. Boy. This is funny. They are going at it. They hate each other. And the gloves came off today. Boy. It started with, let me close some of these windows. It started with Trump on Twitter this morning. It's been kind of bubbling. But Trump said some things in the White House that really ticked Elon off in the Oval Office this morning. And now the shit has hit the fan. Elon said, Trump said how he's disappointed in Elon. Elon is saying that Trump would have lost without him. Well, let's go into listening to what Trump had to say.
Thank you, Mr. President. The criticism that I've seen, and I'm sure you've seen, regarding Elon Musk and your big, beautiful bill, what's your reaction to that? Do you think it in any way hurts
There we go.
Passage in the Senate, which, of course, what is you're seeking?
Well, look, I've always liked Elon, and it's always very surprised. You saw the words he had for me, and he hasn't said anything about me that's bad. I'd rather have him criticize me than the bill, because the bill is incredible. It's the biggest cut in the history of our country. We've never cut. It's about 1.6 trillion in cuts. It's the biggest tax cut.
So that's his bullshit. Let me skip back to when he starts going in.
That hasn't changed at all, right from the beginning. But I know that disturbed him. He wanted, and rightfully, he billions of dollars in subsidy. Took the EV mandate and, and, Elon's upset because we took the EV mandate and, which was a lot of money for electric vehicles. And, they're having a hard time, the electric vehicles. And they want us to pay billions of dollars in subsidy. And, Elon knew this from the beginning. He knew it for a long time ago. That's been in there. I would say, JD, that hasn't changed. That's been right from the beginning. Mr. Secretary, that hasn't changed at all, right from the beginning. But I know that disturbed him. He wanted, and rightfully, he recommended somebody from that he, I guess, knew very well. I'm sure he respected him, but to run NASA. And I didn't think it was appropriate. And he happened to be a Democrat.
So you heard that part. And that's one of the things that when the show that I did with Dr. Short, I literally said on this show that I want to go back and find I know what show it was on, but it's hard. It's hard for me to listen to myself. That's why I don't be putting clips up regularly. I hate listening to myself when I'm done talking. I'll be like, on to the next thing. But I was going back to one of my old shows, and I literally said that Tesla thing. Musk is in it for Tesla, and at some point, I'll tell you when I said it. It was when they interviewed when Trump was talking about drill baby drill at his inauguration, and he kept saying that. I said that's where he and Elon are going to have an issue. One of the first places, because Trump is all for oil, and Elon wants us taken off of oil completely and put onto his electric cars. I said that's going to be a point of contention, and it's exactly what just happened. Some of the stuff was the cards. Some of the stuff is just understanding innate understanding of personalities, and you can sort of see where shit's coming. You know what I mean? You can sort of see certain shit coming. You have pro-oil versus pro-electric. That's at some point going to be an issue. And then Elon Musk, other day, Trump dropped his candidate for space to be at the head of NASA. Elon Musk basically wanted somebody that was going to rubber stamp whatever he wanted to do with his SpaceX company and launches and everything like that. He wanted that person to be one of his close friends. In response today, Elon Musk announced that he's going to scrap those spaceships he has that work with the International Space Station. He's going to pull a contract and decommission. So this shit's going crazy. It's starting to really affect people. But you saw it. You saw it coming because 2 o'clock, Elon Musk, a cancer male. Cancer men is sensitive, man. Men that are cancers are sensitive, and they talk a lot of, and the 2 of clubs is a card of talking a lot of shit. Donald Trump is a 3 of diamonds, ego on deck, ego on fleek, don't give a fuck about nothing you say, and doesn't take anybody serious. No one is permanent with Donald Trump. The only thing that matters is his money, no relationships, nothing means nothing. And they combination card, number 44, 5 of spades. These relationships always blow up. They always do. You can count on it. So you heard that part. Now let me skip to this last part. This is where Donald Trump really starts to go in. This is where he really starts to go in. Then we're going to go through the tweets. I just want to give y'all some background before we get to them tweets.
2 million people came in 1 month. The border was being overrun, and a lot of bad people, criminals, murderers, drug dealers. We had some of the worst people in the world coming in from all over the world. It's totally closed. And you know what? People are coming into our country, but they're coming in legally. So we've done a great job. Elon knew that. Elon endorsed me very strongly. He actually went up in campaign for me. I think I would have won. Susie would say I would have won Pennsylvania easily anyway, even if the governor ran, the real governor, not the governor from Minnesota, he's a sick puppy, that guy. That poor guy, I feel sorry for him. But they made a bad choice with him. But
this nigga just shot 2 shots. This motherfucker, one thing, Trump ain't shit, but as a comedic timing, this motherfucker came in and shot like 3 shots. He sniped like 3 people in 10 seconds and just kept going. And then came in, Elon Musk, pew! Or the real governor, pew, pew! This motherfucker is a cold sniper with them jokes and insults, boy. But he's going in talking about what happened in Pennsylvania. He's like, Elon Musk, yeah, you helped me win Pennsylvania. Well, you really didn't help me win because I would have won anyway. And in bragging about himself, he pew pew sniped the governor of Wisconsin. Like, damn, this motherfucker cold.
if you pick Shapiro or anybody else, I spoke to him recently about his house being set on fire, which was terrible. But if they picked him, I would have won Pennsylvania. I won it by a lot. But I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem, and he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate, because that's billions and billions of dollars, and it really is unfair. We want to have cars of all types. Electric, we want to have electric, but we want to have a gasoline, combustion. We want to have different. We want to have hybrids. We want to have all. We want to be able to sell everything. And when that was cut, and Congress wanted to cut it, he became a little bit different, and I can understand that. But he knew every aspect of this bill. He knew it better than almost anybody. And he never had a problem until right after he left. And if you saw the statements he made about me, which I'm sure you can get very easily, it's very fresh on tape. He said the most beautiful things about me. And he hasn't said bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next. But I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped.
He said, I'm sure that'll be next.
Thank you, Mr. President. The criticism that I've seen, and I'm sure you've seen regarding Elon Musk, and
but I'm sure that'll be next. He knows. These dudes, you know what it's like? What's happening? It's like on wrestling. You remember like when Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior would clear everybody out and the crowd is buzzing and they both look at the opposite way and then they turn around and look at each other and the crowd is screaming and the Ultimate Warrior's on one side, Hogan's breathing all hard and shit. Then they grab their hand, then they grab the other hand and then they come across and then they kick them in the stomach, run to the ropes, run back, and then neither of them fall and they sit there. I'm telling you, man, 80s and 90s wrestling, that wrestling shit, it told you, I don't watch that shit no more, but I was watching that shit back in the 80s. It was a lot like real life. In real life, the $1 Million Man was the realest motherfucker in wrestling. Everybody's got a price. They was telling us all this shit in wrestling. Ric Flair worked like the average white boy. He would get his ass kicked off fucking fight, and then as soon as you think you won, Ric Flair kick you in the nuts or pull some brass knuckles out and deck you, then cheat, and then come back and win. They was telling you all about how this shit worked. That's what happened. Them old WWF scenes. Oh, shit. So this is what's going on right now. And now I want to give, where's the other one here? Listen to what Elon Musk had to say in return, then we're going to get to these tweets. We're covering this whole story, y'all. This has been going on for a long time.
Back to Eamon Javers.
It's finally coming to a head now. Man. Come on, now. I was on the phone with goddamn AT&T this morning trying to get this internet. I might have to switch to Spectrum. AT&T internet, y'all ain't shit. I done had these issues when I was with Spectrum internet. But I ain't doing no goddamn Spectrum TV. Fuck that. I need my direct TV. What the fuck is going on, man? I want to play this video. You dirty bitch. Let me see here. Let me see. What if I do this? What if I do this? Man, this is some bullshit. Let me see here. This shit going too goddamn slow. I might have to go ahead and switch the goddamn. I might have to go ahead and switch the goddamn Spectrum because this AT&T this last month. AT&T been a bitch. AT&T has been a bitch. It's a whole lot more to talk about. Let me. Okay.
Back to Eamon Javers. We do have some more news. At the White House, Eamon.
This nigga's name is Eamon. That must be out. Let me see if I can hear it.
Yeah, Scott, this is.
Man, this is some bullshit. Basically,
Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. He goes on to post two words, such ingratitude. Now that follows on President Trump appearing in the Oval Office alongside the Chancellor of Germany. The president saying that he would have won Pennsylvania without Elon Musk. He was doing just fine. And the president, by his own terms, very measured in his criticism of Elon Musk. But he did say that Musk was for his big spending bill until he came out against it after leaving government, and that Musk had been totally briefed on that spending bill.
So you see Musk over here saying that he wouldn't want. So now let's go over to this. The shit spilled over to Twitter. All right. And let's just go to Elon Musk's page. let's just go to his page. One second. There we go. I had to. Let's go to Elon Musk's page and see what's been going on. I'm gonna have to scroll back because Musk been posting regularly. Look at this right here. Look what Elon Musk, gloves are off. Look what he did right here.
The footage, shot in November of 1992, before Trump opened the resort as a club, shows the future president surrounded by cheerleaders for the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins, capturing Trump's fun-loving bachelor lifestyle for an appearance on Faith Daniels' NBC talk show.
We're going to get great ratings in your show.
Trump is surrounded by women as music blares in the background. After a while, Trump goes to greet 3 new guests, among them the financier Jeffrey Epstein.
Come on in. Go inside.
This right there. That's what I wanted to show you right there. Elon Musk is over here showing old video of Trump with Jeffrey Epstein. Elon Musk also said that Trump was on the Epstein files. So Elon Musk is going low. He going low. He's putting up the relation. Look at this tweet that this is from an hour ago. He said, talking about Trump flew on Epstein's plane at least 7 times, though it's not clear if he ever went to the island. Ooh-wee. Woo. Man, grab y'all, man. Are y'all eating y'all popcorn? Are y'all eating y'all popcorn? Y'all drinking y'all, some of y'all at work. But I hope y'all got y'all wine or your reefer. I hope that y'all got y'all wine and y'all reefer. I usually don't smoke when I'm doing this show inside the house, but today's special. This is great. This is fucking high drama. Y'all know one of my favorite shows on TV. I don't watch much TV. I only got direct TV for my wife. But my 2 shows that I watch regularly. Mountain Men, when it comes on, the reality show when they in the mountains and shit, carving up and trapping wolves. I love that shit. That show taught me how to find a spring in the land. I love that movie, that show. Mountain Men and The Housewives of Atlanta. Those are the only 2 shows that I watch on TV. Outside of that, I don't be on TV. Because Housewives of Atlanta, oh my God, they be throwing shade like a motherfucker. Portia, goddamn Phaedra's back, and that shit be funny than the motherfucker. Man, Housewives of Atlanta is the funniest shit on TV. I started watching after Portia and what's her name and got in that fight. When they got in that fight, my wife was watching. I was like, when they got in that fight, I was like, what's this? I was like, man, I ain't watching no goddamn Housewives of Atlanta. Man, fuck that show. Then I saw that one when Portia and what's her name got in that fight. Man, I've been a fan ever since. So I love shit like this. This is how I get my rocks off. I love drama. And I like funny drama. I like drama that lead to jokes. You know, if your drama leads to jokes, I'm watching because I love to laugh. And so this is my shit. I told y'all, man, TV is the reality. There is no, the internet. There's no more soap operas. Fuck General Hospital. Fuck One Life to Live. We don't need Falcon Crest. We don't need One Life to Live or Dynasty or Dallas. We don't need none of that. We got YouTube and Twitter. It ain't a motherfucking thing that they can write in Hollywood that can match this shit. Let's keep reading. This is fun, y'all. Y'all with me? Are y'all with me? Holla if you with me. Holla if you with me. And I got music. I got my music summer school course for the youngins, and also for you adults if you want to attend. Starting June 30th, at the end of this month. 5 weeks. Sign up at DewanB.com. And if you want a reading, go to DewanB, go to breakthroughcards.com. And why do I got that phone number up? Because I am not taking calls right now. Look at this. Elon Musk says, in light of President's statements about cancellation of my government contracts, SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft. Look at this. It says, Donald Trump had wrote, the easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contract. I was always surprised Biden didn't do it. Yo! These niggas is going at it with the money. These niggas is saying when the white boys get to touching the money, that's how you know this is some serious shit. So Donald Trump is saying he's going to cut Elon Musk's contracts. Elon Musk said he's going to cancel his contract and decommission the Dragon spacecraft immediately. That means they can't get back to space because they cut NASA. What was that, about 20 years ago? They cut NASA, and NASA's coming back, but NASA was supposed to be teaming with private industry, and you got Jeff Bezos that's putting his rockets together, but SpaceX and Musk rockets are far more advanced than the rockets that are coming from anywhere else. So now these motherfuckers can't get to space. Yo. Let's go over to Truth Social and see what Trump is talking about. Donald Trump over on Truth Social, he wrote, Elon was wearing thin when I asked him to leave. Donald Trump is saying he asked Elon to leave. I took away his EV mandate and forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months that I was going to do, and he just went crazy. I told y'all the electric thing is going to be an issue. I told y'all. Then he said, the easy way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contract. That was one we just read. Okay, now, Donald Trump's last Truth Social post. I don't mind Elon turning against me, but he should have done so months ago. This is one of the greatest bills ever presented to Congress. It's a record cut in expenses, $1.6 trillion, and the biggest tax cut ever given. If this bill doesn't pass, there will be a 68% tax increase, and things far worse than that. I didn't create this mess. I'm just here to fix it. This puts our country on a great path of greatness. Make America great again. So Trump is actually, it's funny, Trump ain't hitting back hard because Trump really want to pass this bill. So Elon so far hasn't gotten the most of Trump's wrath. And then when he wrote about the Epstein files, he wrote, mark this post for the future. The truth will come out. And then Eric Berger, whoever this creep is, wrote, because I guarantee you it's a creep. Well, allegedly, I don't know this dude. This would both end the International Space Station and simultaneously provide no way to safely deorbit it. Whoa, okay. And then Musk wrote, go ahead, make my day. See, Elon this is a situation where they both got each other by the balls, because Elon is probably the greatest welfare queen in American history. He's taken close to $40 billion in government contracts and subsidies and tax breaks. We covered that in a previous show on this channel. I think last week. He's taken over almost close to $40 billion in between subsidies, low interest loans, grants, tax breaks. So he's one of the greatest welfare queens in American history. Everything Elon Musk does is coming off of somebody else's dime. But at the same time, remember, Trump allowed Elon's people to get all of our data. Remember when the head of the IRS and the Defense Department, those different people quit because they were trying to stop Doge from getting access to sensitive files? The IRS, Medicaid, all these different companies, just remember back in January, because a lot of you niggas was hard on Elon Musk. I remember y'all. Y'all was like, y'all thought Elon Musk was going to be the savior. Why would you not let the world's richest man have access to the files? Because the only way you can become the world's richest man is if you use people's data. And you control data and you do underhanded shit. You can't get to the world's richest man. You can't be the world's richest man without doing some underhanded shit. What do white folks say? White folks say behind every great fortune is a great crime. So why would you, just because you had I understood we hated Kamala. I didn't want Kamala to win either. I fuck Joe Biden. Fuck all these motherfuckers. If I knew better than to goddamn get a hard on for Elon Musty Mutts, now he got all of our files, all of our data, and he's disgruntled with the president. I should do the rest of the show with my glasses on like some of these other YouTubers. I be seeing some of y'all on YouTube, y'all be having y'all glasses on, looking all cool and shit. Hey, should I do glasses on, y'all? Look like the rest? Because I was right. You know what I mean? Look, I can't toot my own horn. You know, you dig what I'm saying? Told you niggas this is going to happen exactly how the fuck it happened. Nigga. Let's keep going. Oh, I got a super chat. Ira Gordon says, just giving credit where credit was due. Appreciate the super chat. I was watching your show when you said all this drama was going to go down. I just didn't think it would happen so quickly. Hey, Ira. That's why I told y'all I said by the spring. Hey. And if you want a report, go to breakthroughcards.com for a reading or a personality report. And a personality report. But what Doge did was come in. What Doge did was come in and take a lot of jobs unnecessarily. Because Elon Musk said that he's going to run the government like you run a corporation. You cannot run the government the way you run a corporation. Larry, you would not slap them glasses off my face. As a matter of fact, I grab your beard and tie your beard into dookie braids, nigga, and yank your little bitch ass around the room. Don't fuck with me, little hoe ass nigga. But I'm telling y'all, I be saying it all the time. We gotta stop taking things so personal. We gotta stop acting like it's too many of us that be thinking that we just the worst. Oh man, what's wrong with black folks? No, we just human. Everybody fuck up, no matter what your economic status is. Everybody go at it and fight and beef. But these motherfuckers is fighting and beefing on a level that is going to affect all of us. I'm laughing, but this will reverberate and have effects on all of us. No doubt about it. Love Wisdom said those South Africans are shaking in their boots. We know Trump is petty and he can revoke their citizenship. Right. Man, but let's have a music break. Let's have a music break so we can celebrate what's going on. Salute to Foreigner. See, y'all don't see. Look, that's what's happening right now in the White House. That's what's happening right now in the White House. That's what's happening. Cause I'm a dirty white boy, dirty white boy, dirty white boy. Nigga. Dirty white boy. Nigga. Fuck what you done heard. Fuck what you done heard. So let's go back to. No, I'm not gonna play anymore. I don't want to get a strike. I was gonna play some more, but I don't want to get a strike. Let's go back to Twitter. Elon Musk, Congress is spinning America into bankruptcy. Elon Musk is doing his best to get people to not pass this bill. And personally, I don't want this bill to pass because I don't like the cuts to the healthcare system, and I don't like the cuts to Section 8, mostly Section 8. I got a bunch of Section 8 tenants, and I want to keep them. Well, I got this one Section 8 tenant that I won't mind leaving. Like, she be doing too much. You know, people be doing too much. Like, goddamn, you always having a party with jumpers and shit? Like, goddamn. Your kids be having the greatest fucking parties. You can afford, matter of fact, even if they do cut Section 8, she still should be able to afford her shit. All them goddamn parties she be throwing her daughter. I be like, goddamn. How many birthdays this kid had this year? Is this little Michelle Lele's 4th birthday this year? How old is this kid now? 27? So because I got Section 8 tenants, I don't want this bill to pass. But this is what's happening right now. This is a fight. And like I told y'all when the year started, stay the hell out of it. We don't have a horse in this race. Either way it go, we gonna get cut. On one hand, Trump is stopping the bleeding with the immigration thing. On the other hand, we still getting cut by some of these cuts because I'm going to tell you right now, as a property manager and a person that's responsible for a lot of buildings, a lot of people, a lot of the remaining black people in your inner cities, it's Section 8 that's keeping them there. Gentrification is already moving and is moving at a rapid pace. That go down, gentrification is done. It's over. Give it about 18 months because what's probably going to happen is the amount that gets paid out is going to be cut dramatically. So if a person's portion, to say the rent's $2,000 a month and the government's portion is $1,650 and the other person pays at $350, what is probably going to happen is that $1,650 government portion is going to initially get cut down to probably like $1,100, $1,000, and the tenant's going to be responsible for the other part. And then next year, it's going to probably cut by another $300 or $400. And then he said a 2-year term. So in 2 years, good, bad, or indifferent, they gone. So the lot of the black folks remaining in the hood, especially in the apartment buildings, they'll be out of here. So somebody said, get off Section 8. It's not always that easy for people. You got to have understanding. There's people out there who don't want to be on Section 8. But when you live in certain cities like LA, the only place that black people get, I look at it, I'm not on Section 8, but I look at my tenants deserve it. Shit. I'm not mad that I don't mind my taxes going to go help another citizen. Because if it don't go to them, where's it gonna go to? Elon Musk subsidies? It's either gonna go to help your brother man, your fellow man, or it's gonna go into subsidies for trillionaires. I'd rather have my fellow man, even if he is a little bit lazy. That's better for them to have it than some fucking government person that's just gonna go ahead and fuck it off and for it to be that's the reason why Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, the reason why these people became multi-billionaires is because of the government subsidies that Barack Obama gave them in 2011. I'm not here to judge nobody on no goddamn Section 8. When I can look at all these Section 8 contracts these white boys get. Look at what Elon Musk has done. Without government Section 8, Elon Musk he'd probably be worth a couple billion, but he wouldn't have this much power. Jeff Bezos wouldn't have had enough money to buy the fucking Washington Post without government Section 8. Facebook ain't been shit in 10 years. How the fuck is Zuckerberg still rich? He should be cut somewhere with Tom from MySpace. Facebook ain't shit. Where'd Tom go? All that shit's off government Section 8. I refuse to go ahead and look down on somebody on Section 8. Nah, hell no. No. Now when I can see all this government Section 8 around me with these multi-millionaires getting these big-ass contracts, and we got black companies that do work twice as good for half the price, can't get none of them contracts. Fuck out of here. Judging your fellow man. Hell, this country's the one that miseducated them to begin with. These people went to school. They said, go to school, get good grades, get a job, and you'll be fine. What happened? Cats went to school, got a miseducation because they weren't trained for these tech jobs that was coming. They weren't trained, even the men aren't trained in any vocational skills. They tell all the boys, you're going to go to UCLA. What the fuck is a 14-year-old black dude giving a shit about going to UCLA when he's struggling to get a C in math class? You think he give a fuck about going to Harvard? Or he's not engaged, but he loves to cut. He loves to fix things. And we don't have high schools. We see kids that break things all the time. Well, let's go put that kid in the auto shop. Let's put him in to machine shop. Let's put him in the wood shop. Teach him a skill, 14, 15. The government don't do that. They say, sit at this desk and listen to us, shut the fuck up, and if you shake too much, we're going to put you on some pills. That's how the school system works. Go sit down, listen, get good grades. If we don't like the way you behave, if you question, if you say, man, I don't like doing this, if you're bored, we're going to convince your mama to put you on some fucking pills. And then these people grow up, they get a job, they may even go and get a college degree. But you got a college degree now with nowhere to plug it, like Dr. Claude Anderson warned us. People, I got a Section 8 tenant with a college fucking degree in like business management, some shit like that. But who's hiring a black woman to be in that field? I know another brother that's struggling, I ain't gonna say his name, but this dude got a fucking master's degree. A master's. And he worked part-time at Costco. Because in LA, they don't hire niggas with master's degrees. So these people may have to get on Section 8 or move to Mississippi. And who the fuck wants to move to Mississippi? Most of LA is moving to Vegas, Dallas, Houston, Atlanta. That's why all my whole high school class is in Atlanta, Vegas. 10 years ago, nigga, I knew it, man. I throw a show, nigga, 500 people show up because everybody was still here. Now when I throw shows, I got a whole new audiences now when I throw shows. Because people that came to my shows 10 years ago can't afford to live here anymore. Man, please, I don't judge nobody on Section 8. Sometimes I'll be like, man, let me see if I can apply and get some of that shit, nigga. And you got a lot of people who can't, like, look at the cost of health, child care now. You got women having to choose between going to work and paying for their child care. When we used to have things like crystal stairs. But they shut down that early 2000s. Remember back in the early 2000s when Bush administration made that cut to child care services? I used to work at the bank and cash them crystal stairs checks all the time. Black women was making bread. Black women was quitting their jobs, getting their house remodeled and done for child care, watching their grandkids and their friends. And there was a lot of black women making bread 2000, 2001, 2002. But I think Bush around like 2004 cut that child care shit down. Now, 20 years later, women are having to decide, do I go to work and get a job, or do I find a way to work in the gig economy and work from home because I can't afford to go to work and pay for my child care and pay for rent? This is what's going on in real life. This is some real life shit, and people be having all these fantasy solutions. Oh, nigga. And on top of that, why the fuck do black people gotta be perfect all the time? Let's just have that conversation right now. Why do black people have to be perfect in our own? Fuck what they think about us. Why can't marginal black people win? Elon Musk is marginal. Look at Elon Musk. This dude supposedly runs SpaceX. He supposedly has a data company. He supposedly has like 5 companies. But let's look at his Twitter. Those of you who got a company, can you afford to be on Twitter this much every fucking day if you're really running your company? See, me, I got my own companies, but I'm also an entertainer too. So part of what I do, I have to spend some time on Twitter, social media. But people in the chat room, look at how much this dude's on Twitter. Look at how much he's running his mouth. He ain't running shit. He's a marginal white boy that was born to wealthy parents that got government handouts in the form of contracts, tax subsidies, grants. He goes and gets other people's ideas. Remember, he didn't create Tesla, but his access to wealth is what had him buy into Tesla and take over Tesla. A marginal white boy. He's marginal. Why is it that their marginal can become billionaires, but black marginal people get criticized for getting on Section 8? And when I say marginal is not a bad thing. Marginal is 70% of people. 70% of people are marginal. That's just what it is. That's not an insult. The margin, you're right there on the margin. That's 70% of the people right there. 80, some people say 85. Most people, 7 out of 10 are marginal. 1 out of 10 is extremely stupid. 1 out of 10 is extremely great. And the other one is a little better than good. Elon Musk is marginal. I'm marginal in a bunch of shit. There's nothing bad wrong with being marginal. I was a C student. Shit. I was a very marginal student. Extremely marginal student. I had some. I was going through my files. I had some of my old college paper right here. In high school transcripts and shit. Nigga, I got more C's than your local blue gang member on my report card. I pulled up my transcripts. This is from Cal State Northridge. Where do it say GPA? Here we go. Oh yeah, this one semester I had a 3.0 GPA because I only took 2 classes that semester. That's why. I had 2 B's, nigga. I had 2 B's on these transcripts. Nigga, what? Marginal's marginal. But their marginal can become billionaires. We got to think about that. That's what right. Yes, there are all kind of anecdotal things that black folks can do to be better. But at the end of the day, only 1 out of 10 is going to be exceptional. Only 1 out of 10 is going to be extremely stupid. The other 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10 are going to be somewhere in the middle. That's just life. Yeah, President Bush was marginal than a motherfucker. People can't change who they are. Hell, some people are going to run industry. You cannot have too many chiefs and not Indians. Not enough Indians. No society will work that way. Most people are going to be worker bees. That's going to be most people. That's just a fact. As a matter of fact, it's the only way a society can function is if 7 out of 10 are worker bees. Black worker bees get resigned to security, the mailroom, low-paying position. Worker bees of other cultures get jobs that pay $270 a year. I remember back when I used to drive Uber. Every time I would pick white folks up in Manhattan Beach from work, man, they be like, "Oh, are you picking them up at 3 o'clock? The day's over. They telling you about their hour-and-a-half lunch." And I'm looking like, it's 3 o'clock. How'd you have an hour-and-a-half lunch? You just now getting off work. You already, oh my God, and we have a meeting and, I have to fly to New York. I'm just so tired of flying to New York, The per diem is nice, but then we're going to fly back and they don't be doing shit. Then when I was driving, then you pick up a black person or a Mexican or some shit like that. Black folks get in your car after a day at work. Ooh, I'm tired. Man, I had to do this. I had to do 200 copies because of that one executive. Mr. Such and Such can't do it. Don't like reading emails. And I had to go in this. And that person was fucking with me at work today. And then I had a 30-minute lunch. And on my lunch break, I had to still work because of this and that. And it'd be a totally different experience. I remember when I used to drive Uber, man, not because over there in El Segundo is like where all the tech companies are. Boeing is over there, Raytheon, Aerospace. So whenever I would pick white folks up from over there, 9 out of 10 times they didn't do shit at work that day. And then you dropping them off at a house in Manhattan Beach, in Redondo Beach, that's worth, that cost $1.7 million. They probably got it back in the day for $900,000. And you just see we live in 2 different Americas. I learned a lot when I used to drive Uber. You see how it go. The most marginal people with jobs paying $170,000, $300,000 a year. Yeah, Flute Bay. I used to have this white supervisor. They used to ask me all the time how to do shit. I'm thinking, you should have a higher paying job. We live in 2 different worlds. But that's the world that we live in, and people are socially engineered into where they are. Can we make change for the future? Yeah. Like to this day, when I see people saying, "Oh, my kid's going to college," my next question is, to do what? I asked some parents that I worked with, like, kind of felt guilty about their kids not going to school. Like, they hit me up and during one of our sessions. They're like, "Yeah, my kids." I was like, but the parents are like, but they really don't know what they want to do. So I told them to find their way. I was like, why are you feeling guilty? That's the best advice you can give as a parent. If you know your child isn't focused on any particular mission, you need to give them time to explore what it is, because the last thing they need to do is make the mistake that we made as millennials and Gen X. We was told to just go to college, get a degree. And if you get a degree, you're going to find somewhere to work. You just got to have that degree. Now we got all the degrees in the world and nowhere to put them. Ain't nobody working their job that they got their degree in, hardly. But I am. I'm talking all goddamn day. That's what my degree is in. So I'm personally in my degree. But I didn't get it at no fucking job. I did that creating my own thing. But I had to go through that whole process. And thank God I didn't have no kids too young. If I had kids at 21, 22, some of the moves I made at 32, 33, I probably wouldn't have been able to make, because I would have had somebody else to take care of. That's why, even though me personally, I've been able to avoid the wumpty wamps in life. I ain't got no child support I got to pay out. For the most part, I followed the program and it worked out for me pretty well. I still got compassion for those that it didn't. And it didn't for a lot of people. What the fuck do I look like coming in talking about something? Oh, well, since I did it right and I made the right decision, you should have too. Cornball ass out of here. Yeah, we was told, man, look, nobody's biz. They gave us School Days, The Cosby Show, A Different World. If you were in your years coming up in those, and that's what was on, it was all about going to college. House Party 2. Everything was putting us on that college thing. You knew, like, when this shit came on, this is one of them songs that would play. Every college movie would play this song right here.
The blackness.
Every goddamn movie that had you going to college, they play this shit, you'd be like, when this shit came on, nigga, that song will play in every study scene on TV. You be watching MTV. As long as you keep your head to the sky. Come on, y'all was around in the 90s, nigga. Am I lying? The music will be good. That shit'll come on, be like, nigga, I'm about to study. They socially engineered us into that shit. And then we went through it, and niggas ain't doing none of that shit. It ain't turned out no way they told us it was gonna turn out. Yeah, I ain't lying. If you was around in 92, you saw it. Luckily for me, I was the youngest. So I saw my big brother and my big sister go through it. And my sister, my best friend. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call her as soon as we done live. Me and my sister gotta laugh at something. But we would be in church, and our church did a really good job of bringing like HBCUs and colleges. My church did a really good, rest in peace, Bishop Frank Stewart, by the way, my pastor. He died yesterday. It's funny I'm talking about this. But we would be, our youth department at church always had, it was always, they always had, like, Dr. Carl Anderson came by and spoke when he wrote Black Labor, White Wealth. They would always have different people come and speak on college. So we would have college fairs at church. We would have tutoring. My church really did right by us in that from that standpoint. From that standpoint. And but I would see my sister, and I would see how much. Damn, USC 30,000, UCLA 6,000, Cal State Northridge 900. Okay, and I remember I was like in middle school. My sister was in high school, and I remember raising my hand and asking like, "So when you graduate college, do you have a guarantee that you get a job?" And they were like, "Well, no, it's not a guarantee, but you get more." So my wheels were turning. And my sister made the right move because she was about to go to UCLA, but she decided to go to Cal State Dominguez, a cheaper option. And my sister was hella smart. Me, I'm like, I wasn't nearly as smart as my sister. So I went to Santa Monica College first because by the time it was my turn, I'm like, I don't know about this shit. This shit might be a hustle, but my mama saying I gotta go. But I told my mom I'm gonna go, and I used to work manual labor. In high school, I worked at a Christmas tree lot, and I worked some other shit, moving some stuff around. I knew I wasn't doing that shit. So I went to Santa Monica kind of like, I don't know. And then I transferred from Santa Monica to Cal State Northridge. Hell, look at my bill. Because I paid my way through cash. But because my sister went through that shit, I knew better than take out some fucking loan. So Cal State Northridge, this is how much Cal State Northridge is charging a semester when I went. If you didn't stay on campus, this was my bill, nigga. This is, what year is this? Invoice. 2008, I'm cover the address. This was the invoice from 2004. I told you, I was like, man, but I kind of saw the trap. But everybody didn't see the trap. And there are some people who did see the trap, but y'all, a lot of people have fucked up house situations. Y'all want to get away from y'all parents, all kind of stuff. So who am I to judge somebody that went through it, even though I saw through the bullshit? Why would I judge somebody who didn't? We all learned. It's some shit that I fucked up on that you niggas would be like, nigga, you fucking idiot. So fuck all the bullshit. Fuck the bullshit. But rest in peace to Bishop Frank L. Stewart. He was, I'm about to take some calls. I'm about to open these phone lines up. Yeah, Bishop Stewart was the pastor of my church. I went to the same church. I started going there when I was 5. And I left church at about 31, 32. But I played the drums there from the age of 14 to the age of 32. And I mean all the time. So I got my 10,000 hours of music playing the drums at his church. And one thing I say about going to his church, he didn't take no 15 offerings. He never had no outside kids outside of his wife. It was never none of that bullshit. Now, nothing was perfect. You know, I had to leave because at the end of the day, the Christian thing wasn't working for me. You know, everybody got to find their own spiritual path. So I left to get on my own spiritual path. But he had a dope church. He really did put a lot, like our youth services. We really did like have them, those college counselors come. That's why I was able to save so much fucking money in college. Because he would bring them when I was 11, 12. I'm in there with the 16 and 17-year-olds at the college fair listening to what this whole college thing is about. Because my favorite show on TV is A Different World. So I'm like, I'm going to college. But, you know, thank God I went to an institution. I went to a church that did care about us, and it wasn't all up in our pockets like that. I'm thankful for that. But I want to hear what y'all think about this whole MAGA showdown. I know I kind of diverged, but it's all part of the whole thing. We as black people, this is not our fight. Let's stay the fuck out of this. Even though, because either way it goes, we're going to have implications on the left-leaning side, on the right-leaning side. We always have implications, but they never fucking listen to us anyway. You know what I mean? They don't listen to us anyway. Hit me up, 323-744-7425. So, since these people don't listen to us, they act like we're not here, they can have it. And what we see going on between Elon Musk and Donald Trump is the result of us letting them have it. I told y'all before this shit even started. That these people, they gotta fight. When it comes to how European society is run, these are the nomadic tribes of Europe. The Huns, the Visigoths, the Anglos, the Saxons, the Franks, the Vandals. The term vandalism was a roaming tribe of Europe. They're a tribe called the Vandals. That's where we get the term vandalism from. The term vandalism literally comes out of the term of a roaming tribe of Europe that helped take down the Holy Roman Empire. When they would go out and had to pay them Vandals to stay outside of Rome. And then when the Holy Roman Empire couldn't afford to pay them Vandals no more, they came in and sacked the empire. So the term vandalism literally comes from the tribe of people, one of the tribes of people who helped run this country. What's up, caller? What's the name? Where you calling from?
Hey, the one. Tamara, how you been?
What's up, man? I've been good, man. What's on your mind?
Well, first off, I kind of like it that when these politicians kind of go at each other, especially if it's in the same part. I think it's funny. It's like watching WWF.
It is.
Yeah, it literally is. It literally is. It just, But I also have a question for you. Have you watched that movie Sinners yet?
Yeah, I did a review on it on this channel. Go back and check it
out.
You did? And I'm glad you brought it up. Hey, people, Sinners is on. I put a post up here on this on my Patreon yesterday. Sinners is now on Amazon. Watch it at home. I'm about to rewatch it a couple times, and on a Patreon exclusive, I'm gonna edit out and play some clips, and we're gonna have another review on Patreon where I'm going way deeper than I did on this channel, because I'm about to say some shit on Patreon that I can't say here on YouTube. But I just wanted to make that announcement. I'm glad you brought that up. So yeah, what'd you have to say, brother?
Yeah, but the thing is, because I only asked because I watched it. I said, "Oh man, I'd love to hear DeJuan's opinion because you're a music historian, man. I know you got some things to say about it." But let me ask you this: so, what would you say to the haters that talk about, "Oh, it's woke, oh, the black girls, why you got to be with a big black girl?" I'm thinking, what? You'd be amazed at what some of the people said about this.
Give a fuck about them people, right? I mean that. It's always people out there that are saying some dumb shit, or why is it a big black woman? Because that's the fuck he chose. And if you don't like it, and most of the people saying that.
And she was beautiful.
But a lot of people saying that shit, you gotta, and I hate to go down this road, but a lot of people saying that shit, they're not us. They're black, but they're from a different culture. And they're used to this other image because in those cultures, they don't celebrate their women of size and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, and they don't understand that that's just what it is. And then for those that are from our culture that talk like that, they can kiss my ass double time because that's how their grandmama look. So they can just shut the fuck up for all I care.
Sure, you're right, DeJuan. I'm going to land on that. You take care, man.
All right, man, you too. And one thing about me, I cannot find a fuck to give about what people think. I got a few people on earth who I care about what they think. Outside of that, the fuck, nigga. I had somebody tagging me the other day on Facebook because I put up that post about there's little connection to African music and Black American music, and that post has been going all across the internet, all around the world, and people are getting mad at me, and I'm getting a lot of people that are like, "How can you say that? It's African, the banjo." Shut the fuck! I don't care what them niggas think. I read every fucking book that they read that said our music is African. And I just asked one simple question. Okay, how does that play in today's music? And how prevalent is it in today's music? And how does that play into the instruments that we created here in the United States of America? And those couple instruments that they say come from Africa, do you have those sounds played in American music right now? And the answer is no. You ain't never heard no goddamn banjo played in no R&B, rock, pop, hip hop, blues, nothing. Well, folk blues. And the American banjo is different than the African one. But I don't want to diverge into that subject right now. But I don't give a fuck what people got to say about that, because they're not gonna beat me in a debate about it. Only thing they come back to me is, "That's wrong. You're trying to deny Africa." Man, get your sensitive ass down. We talking business. We talking some American business. See, it's bigger than hip hop. The Black American music family tree. Red, white, and blue is the color. And if a damn show ain't drums, I'm so tired of people talking about some African fucking drums. Oh, African drums don't have no connection to Black American drums. Even the way we play the congos is different. No connection to the Black American drum set. None. Ain't no African drums sounding like C-Jam blues. This ain't no African drum beat. Totally different sound. Down sound, nothing like. Yeah. That's some African shit. This some nigga drums. Nigga, don't ever tell me that our drums are African. If you don't stop repeating shit because it sound good, people. How the hell can you listen to that and say those two are the same thing? I'll tell you how. Because you repeat what you've been told without critically analyzing what you've been told. I'm a nigga that analyzes what I've been told. You can't just tell me, I'd be like, okay. Well, I may say okay for a little bit, but then if it piques my interest, if it's something that I feel that I need to be talking about, I don't want to be wrong and sound stupid. So I'm going to question what I've been told. I don't care if I was told that by a master scholar. I don't care if I'm told that in every fucking book that I read. Let's dig deeper. Let's dig deeper. Because I don't want to be like you marginal niggas that just repeat everything you fucking hear and try to go on the internet. See, this is what it is. Or if I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to shut the fuck up. But if I decide to talk about something, it's because I dug deeper than what I was just fucking told. This is our drums. Been such a long time. This is African drums. That don't sound the same. That don't sound the same at all. You just don't. Our drums lay a foundation and a pocket for the rest of the music to sit on top of. Please stay, don't go. Ooh, that shit sounds smooth, don't it? Drums got two completely different functions. Somebody said rhythm is innate. Rhythm is in accordance of your geographic location. The dances and your hips move in accordance with your environment. That's why the juke popped off in Memphis, because that's the vibration of Memphis. That's why Crip walking came out of LA. And on different sides of LA, no two Crips walk the same. No two Crips walk the same. And a lot of those Crip walking style dances can be traced to native tribal rain dances. He said your chest is heading there and listen to the comparison. Yeah. All you gotta do is see the people. I guarantee you not one person arguing with me is a drummer. Not one person arguing with me can understand rhythm. Nobody arguing with me has spent 10,000 hours playing drums in front of people and in studios and understands rhythm. I'll tell you something, as much music as I've been around, if I'm listening to a saxophone player talk about sound and notes and how that plays, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to shut the fuck up. Because I don't understand notes and scales and chords the way a piano player does, the way a saxophone player does. So because I don't have my 10,000 hours invested, I got more than you do, but I don't have 10,000 invested into that. I just shut the fuck up and listen to the person who does have their 10,000 hours. Because then that's how I learn shit. Africans have their own rhythm. What's so hard to say that? 'Cause it's only a bad thing is if you see their rhythm as negative. It's not a bad thing. Africans have their own thing. And Africa's huge. The thing is different every village. Within Africa, each village has its own thing. There are millions of a variety of tribes and hundreds of thousands of tribes with their own thing. Music is your thing. Hell, music within America don't sound the same between Ohio and Florida. Africa 10 times bigger than America. That's so goddamn disrespectful to group that big ass continent into one group of people. That's so disrespectful. That is so disrespectful. Americans, do better. Do better. The title, what does minds well mean? No, we covered the title already. Were you here the first 45 fucking minutes? First hour, actually. We talked about the damn title for an hour. Hell, if I feel like switching the subject later on, that's my goddamn prerogative. Yeah. Different does not mean bad. Different does not mean bad. Different is different. I like different. Because I have different moods every day. I have different, sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes I'm full of energy. Sometimes I'm happy. Sometimes I'm sad. Different happens all goddamn day, every day. You may as well lean into it and embrace it. Different ain't bad. And that's the issue with people like these MAGA people. They see it different as bad. It ain't. And that's why they having these fucking internal wars and stuff. These people are about to go down real bad. This isn't going to be good for Trump or Musk. This is fragmenting the party, and we have 3.5 more years of this, folks. We have 3.5 more years of this. If the Democrats had their shit together, they could really play on this. They could really play on this and come out ahead, especially after those midterm elections. The Republicans got another 1.5 years with the House and the Senate on their side. They got another 1.5 years. And the Republicans are fragmented. You see already in Congress, Trump's bill only passed by one vote. I think it was what, 215 to 214, something like that. It was one vote. I ain't hardly seen nothing come down to one vote. So this schism that's happening right here, y'all. Trump, for the most part, is going to be, as his presidency moves forward, he's going to be executive order in chief. I truly, truly, truly feel that he will, during this term, write more. And let's mark this right now, June 5th, 2025. Oh shit, June 5th. Today marks 5 years since I've been on YouTube. I started I had a channel before, but I started taking my YouTube channel seriously June 5th, 2020. So goddamn. It was June 5th, 2020 when I was like, you know what? I'm going to go all in on YouTube. Because Facebook had kicked me off 3 times that year so far. And Facebook kicked me off only for cussing out Larry. I got 3 different 30-day bans from Facebook for cussing out Larry. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get on YouTube. So I didn't realize. So today's my 5-year anniversary. Oh, shit. I would have had a whole celebration if I thought about that. If you appreciate the channel, shit, hit the Cash App, $1B1. If you appreciate the channel. Might as well, goddammit. It's a celebration, bitches. It's a celebration. Hit the Cash App, $1B1. Let me know I'm appreciated around here. Damn, I didn't realize that. But what was I saying before? I looked up at the date right here on my computer. I was like, oh shit. Hey, chat room, help me out. Where was I saying? I lost my train of thought. My bad. My bad, chat room. I lost my train of thought. What was I saying before that? That shit threw me off. That shit threw me off. In the meantime, let's see if Elon Musk got any more tweets. We're monitoring the situation. Okay. Oh, I was talking about MAGA going buck. Yeah, MAGA is like they really... Carmen, I appreciate the Cash App. Thank you for the Cash App, Carmen. Much appreciated. It's a celebration. AH, I appreciate the Cash App. Yes, much love. Okay, so we have a new tweet from Elon. Yeah, I mentioned how so that close House vote, that's showing you how really for the numbers that the Republicans have, no, the vote shouldn't be coming that close. It should not be coming that close. Major division going on. So let's look at his most, okay, Elon Musk reposted. So this is a repost. Elon's stance is principled. Trump's stance is practical. Tech needs Republicans for the present. Republicans need tech for the future. Drop the tax cut, cut some pork, and get the bill through. Okay. Oh shit! Who is this nigga? Here we go. We got a nigga in white folks business because he's reposting a nigga. It said this never need to get personal. It never needed to be about Trump versus Elon Musk. It was always about the deficit.
100 pages. There are completely different interpretations of how the bill impacts our $2 trillion.
I knew this nigga talk like this. Just look, and this is, I don't want to offend nobody because this isn't all y'all, but 95% of the time you see a nigga with well-manicured dreadlocks, them well-manicured dreadlocks, people with the overtly black hairstyles, like or the big afros like Kamal Bell, them be the biggest shucking and jiving his ass niggas on earth. And they all talk like this, like they all, they feel like they're better than them. They have to talk like this because I don't want to talk like I'm from the hood, and I have to raise my voice so I don't come off like a nigga. Put some bass in your voice, nigga. I'm tired of black folks raising their voice. You put some bass in that motherfucker.
$1 deficit and nearly $37 trillion debt. The Congressional Budget Office, or CBO, says it increases them. Trump's team says it decreases them. So what's the truth? The answer is, it depends.
So here come a nigga jumping in white folks' business. And he's having to explain, no, Elon did not criticize Trump personally first. Trump criticized Elon first. Look at this shit. So now you got punk ass Elon Musk mad, like pointing the finger. He did it first. He did it first. Elon Musk, you sound like a bitch. Both of y'all sound like hoes, honestly. What's up, Carter? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Dwan. It's Dana from Pasadena.
What's up, Dana? How's it going?
It is going. I have 3 points to make.
Yes.
Your previous conversation about Section 8 and what people deserve and don't deserve. Black people, these social programs is keeping America from being a real life Hunger Games because people are going to survive. So if they could either get these social programs, get this Section 8 and whatever is being handed out, or they can go upside your head and take yours. So you choose. Mm-hmm. Get your Section 8. Get whatever you qualify for.
Get it all.
Because I'm trying to hold on to whatever I got.
And here's the thing, you pay for it. Your answer, like you have how many generations of people put in on their taxes? Like you getting nothing for free. Put it on this bill. Shit.
Right. Right. Not only that, Dewan, people don't realize that if you really want to talk about what government is doing and where their money is going, talk about defense. Try to get some of that defense money back.
Right.
That's the number one social program. About Elon and Trump, you said this also a moment ago, is that people don't realize these people come from warring factions. That is their DNA. That's their lineage. They are going to fight. Elon donated all that money to Trump's campaign because he wanted something. He got all his welfare, and then he was done.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was done. He was ready to go. Trump never liked him. He just liked the money and the attention that it brought to him. Dr. Short was right when he said that Trump just likes attention. He just wants people to pay attention to him and give him, center stage.
Right. He has to be in the
middle. And
middle.
Elon brought some of that, right, and Elon brought some of that to him. The previous caller talked about sinners in the Annie character. My own sister, who is of the lineage of descendants, said something about her. Why he with that big old black woman? But my sister is also that big black woman. And I was like, I didn't realize you had a lot of self-hate for yourself. Because I thought that woman was beautiful. I didn't think about what she looked like. I just thought she was a beautiful woman. This character was attracted to her. They have a thing going on. I never looked at her like she didn't belong there.
And like on top of that, you look at some of them old. If those of us who are blessed enough to have old pictures of our great grandparents, my grandfather always kept a picture on his mantelpiece of his mother, who was born. His mother was born in like 1899, and she was a big black woman like that too. And it just
that's how we survived, Juwan. I mean, we didn't look like statuesque and 115 pounds and all this other stuff that people want to buy into. Women looked like that. They were loved. They went on to have 12 children. People missed them when they were gone.
Real talk. Cause that just look like famous. That's why I'm like, man, I let that stuff go. You know what I mean? I ain't about to even entertain no people over here having to have an issue with that. You know what I mean?
I didn't even think about it when my sister watched Sinners and she pointed it out and was like, why he went? And I was like, well, who else he gonna be? You want him to be with the tragic mulatto?
Right.
I mean,
do you want like Zoe Saldana playing Nina Simone again? Like, what's going on?
With the prosthetic nose? Like, no, people ate then. People ate. They fed their families. They had their gardens. They ate off the land. And this is how they look. And I'm happy for it.
Right. Thanksgiving again.
All right,
Let's call, Dana.
That's my wrap up. Thank you.
Thanks. Boris, appreciate the Cash App. Corey, I appreciate the Cash App. $ Dewan B1. It's the 5-year anniversary. I didn't even know it until like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, it's like people, even when Elon Musk going through all this stuff with the Doge and everything they started saying, when you see the amount of money the United States is giving out in social programs, it pales in comparison to subsidies. Do you know how much money this place raises in taxes? The black books and the not just the defense budget. That's just what's on the top. What about all the black books? I remember I saw an investigation years ago on when the Iraq war was just popping off, and they did an audit, and there was this one company owned by these 2 white women, and they were providing nails that was going to Iraq to build infrastructure in Iraq. And they had the contract for the nails. Do you know they were charging $900 per box of nails? And when the investigation was doing, they had retail costs for the boxes of nails that they were charging $900 for. The retail cost was something like $7. The wholesale cost was something like, because it was a pretty big box, like nice sized box. Like the retail cost was like $7. The wholesale cost was like $1.50. And for this like nice size box of nails. And they were charging $900 a box. And they were shipping thousands of boxes per shipment. And that was just nails. Do you guys understand how much fat is put on this shit as it goes through a daisy chain? Because in order for something to get from this level of government to the next level of government, somebody got to put some money in their pockets. And then to the next level of government, somebody else puts money in their pockets. To the next level of government, somebody else puts a little more in their pockets. And you're paying for it. But you're focused on somebody on Section 8? Look at this. They've been talking about this shit since I was 10. High-speed rail in California. One LA to Vegas, the other one LA to San Francisco. I voted for this to get funded in 2004. 2004, I voted for this. A few $1 billion to go into high-speed rail. At the same time, they were pulling funding for universities because this was 2004, the same year I showed y'all this transcript I had. We were protesting on campus, the same bill I told you, and we even had Jesse Jackson come down to Cal State Northridge. We were protesting our tuition increase because we were paying $978 a semester. And that year, it went from $970 a semester to $1350 a semester. And we were protesting like, why? But at the same time, we was passing money for this to get built. At that same time, they were doing the work requirements for people on that were on government assistance. And they were taking money from government assistance and putting it into this. Now, 20 years later, they already started building on, they've been building on this thing for about 7 or 8 years. But because it hasn't gone anywhere, because what happens is when they build this stuff, $6.9 billion in federal funds over 15 years. $15.7 billion invested. All this out of my taxes. And you want me to be mad at somebody on food stamps? No one's going to pay for this. Them contractors all got their money. The people in the daisy chain of government officials along the way got their money. And nobody's going to get punished for basically $16 billion evaporating of my money. And you got me talking about, well, they don't need to be on Section 8. Nigga, what? Nigga, that showed me you ain't got no goddamn property. Hell, a unit that I rent out for $1,500 a month, Section 8 is paying $2,300. Nigga, I rent in Section 8, nigga, what? I got one place, like my place is, the normal rent, if someone is paying, like, okay, this person got a job, I'm not going to charge them more than $1,500. Or I can go to Section 8 and get $2,300 for the same unit. What? we got this going on and y'all. Let me stop. But we see what's going on. We see what's going on. Elon Musk, Trump. This is going to continue to go through. They're going to try to have cooler heads, but it's not going to happen. Let me show you why. Let's go into Elon Musk cards. June 28, 1971. June 28th. Reveal. No. That's the wrong one. Let's see what goes on between with Elon Musk this summer. 06/28. Oh, 06/28, 1971. How old is this musty motherfucker? 53? So let's go to 50, because his birthday is about to come up. So let's go to 54. How does this shit look for Elon Musty coming up? Okay, King of Diamonds and Mercury. All business is about to slow down for Elon Musk for a little while. Also in his personal life, Elon Musk's personal life is about to go through some ups and some serious changes. Slow down. Business-wise, King of Diamonds, that means he's going, okay. Queen of Spades in the moon. Ace of Diamonds. Oh yeah, he's about to be isolated, ostracized. The media is about to go in on him. I'm telling you right now, he got 2 queens in his deck. Media is about to be in his ass. I'm telling you right now, even though the media hates Trump right now because Elon Musk, maybe because he flipped from Democrat to Republican, the media is about to be in his ass. Elon Musk is about to get a lot of negative press. It's about to be bad for you, homie, for your perception. And it's about to hit his companies too. He's going to talk a good game, King of Diamonds and Mercury. He's going to talk a good game. Oh yeah, media is about to, mark my words right now, all these 9s. Oh, can y'all see? Oh, y'all can't see the screen. You see all these 9s this nigga got? Got a 9 of hearts in Jupiter. So that means heartbreak. That means personal challenges in his personal life. Saturn 3 of Spades, that's problems, issues. It's 9 of Spades in Uranus. And a 9 of Clubs in Neptune. 999. Them 9s will fuck you up, boy. Kings and queens. The 2 queens, judgment. Kings getting over things. So basically, Elon's life path this month is to get over himself. If he gets over himself, he'll be. But I don't see that. His ego's about to fuck him up, boy. This is about to be a rough and tough personal year for you, Elon. If Elon Musk, if you listening, this is a year for you to just go inside, get away from the media, go back to your companies, get off Twitter for a while, and heal yourself, brother. Because if you stay out there, you about to get trounced in the media. They're about to kick your ass. Woo! It's about to be a rough year for you, homie. Yes, that's what Trump said. Trump is saying that he wants to cancel his billions. It may, let me see. That's what Trump is saying. But you know what I'm seeing here is the money card for him is a 6. This 6 of Spades is a slowdown in business right here. A slowdown in his lifestyle. A 6 means things are going to slow down and come into balance. These 6s are about balance, and he has that in Venus and he has that in Mars. Slow down with his personal life, hearts. Slow down with his overall, the Spade. Spade is mental, physical, and spiritual. 9s can crush you, and he got 3 of them. Nines is really hard to get over, but queens always mean avoid eternal judgment. And so it's a lot of things going on with him that the Elon Musk we see this time next year is going to be humbled. Let's put it like that. And now let's look into Donald Trump. What's Donald Trump's birthday? What's this musty motherfucker's birthday? I know it's in June 14, 1946. June 14, 1940. That's an old motherfucker right there. How old is he gonna be? He's 78, so I mean he about to be 79. He about to be 79. How's it look for Trump? 3 of diamonds. He is in a personal Mars year. So this is a personal challenge year that Trump is going into. And 5 of spades change. He has a 9 of clubs and Mercury. I'm sorry, Venus. Mental challenges, Queen of Hearts. So Trump is going to have a lot of heartbreak this year. Trump's not going to get what he wants. Like this whole, that's what this is leading for Donald Trump. Donald Trump's presidency is about to become, he's probably maxed out his cooperation with his party. What I see right here is a lot of challenges with his party. And he got the 8 of Hearts in his Jupiter position. That means that he's going to have to forge new alliances. The alliances he have right now, they're falling apart. Under all this shit going on with Elon Musk and Trump, there's causing fractions in both camps, especially Trump's camp. Trump is about to have to reassess everybody. So you're about to start seeing some heads roll. It's not just the NASA guy that's getting kicked out. You're about to see more heads roll in the Trump administration. It's going to be people underneath this. There's going to be a lot of fallout, and a lot of people are going to be leaving their position. If you notice this presidency so far, the last presidency, he was getting new people in. He was cycling people every 2 weeks. This presidency so far has been more stable than the first presidency. The first presidency, 6 months in, that motherfucker, well, that shit's coming back. This little 6 months of stability he had, that's just over with. Not right away, because his birthday hasn't come yet. And based on the timing in these cards, you're about to see a lot more rolling over around the spring, around the fall, in the fall. Fall, there's going to be a lot of shaking up of his cabinet and what's going on in the fall. Ten of diamonds. That's in an interesting position, that 10 of diamonds. That shows that whatever happens with Trump, good, positive, or indifferent, we're going to see. We're in a different time around where a lot of things that happen underhandedly. We're in a time of revelation, so the chinks in his armors, we're going to see. We're going to witness it. This won't be something that happens behind closed doors for Trump. He has a 10 of diamonds right there. 10 of diamonds means people are going to see. It's going to be exposed, kind of put out there. That's the card of exposure, 10 of diamonds. One of the cards of exposure. But I do see a king of diamonds in his moon position. So what that shows me is Trump is going to write it. Like, this is going to be a tough year for him. But it does show later on that it's going to come into balance. And this could also be something that's going to be, I can see next year more money being put into the economy. Some of his mishaps are going to be favorable to the people. In this fallout, I can see things happening for us. Me, you, everyone else. Even though that's not the intention. Because our Ace of Spades is concealing, yeah. So this is, look, man, again, this again shows me fall, September, October. This country's about to be cracking. It's cracking now. But nigga, when school starts back, nigga. I don't know, we'll see. This is all for entertainment purposes. But today's show is to show that, nigga, I was right. The cards were right. Again, the cards are just for entertainment purposes only. But we said that Elon Musk and Trump, they're going to have a bitter breakup and it's going to be huge. It's going to blow up. We're all going to see it. And it looks like the cards was right. It looks like the cards were right about that. We will see how far the cards go in being right. All right? Boris, I appreciate. Courtney G, I appreciate the Cash App. I think Xavier Lowe, Kenneth Hill. Appreciate the Cash Apps. Let's all see what happens. Let's all see what happens. But whatever it is, black folks, stay the fuck out of it. Stand down. This ain't our fight. This ain't our fight. This ain't our fight. Stay out of this shit. Stay out. Stay out of this shit. And then go to breakthroughcards.com to book your session. Get a report. Oh, and also, I have children's reports coming too. For those of you who have children, and I'm just tweaking some stuff. But the children's report is going to have a timeline of where their progress should be. Based on your child's birthday, you know, what their gifts are. The things you should avoid, what their detriments are. And it's going to help you as a parent put your kid in the right situation so that they can flourish. Because the last thing you want to do is to have a kid that's technically minded and you forcing them into sports, or a kid that's hella gifted in philosophy, but you're forcing them into that. You want to understand your kids and how their cards play out. So we have those that are coming soon. It's not ready yet. It's going through a few last minute tweaks. But those will be available soon. The reports for the children, you can get your own. I know times are hard. You know, getting a reading is tough. So if you can't. If a reading is tough for you right now, make sure you go ahead and get a report. You got yearly reports, life reports, financial, all of that stuff. And people who've gotten them so far, they're 50 pages long. And I haven't gotten any bad reviews yet so far. Everyone's got a positive review and said that these reports have helped them out. So make sure y'all do that. All right. Get your readings and all that, and then go to DewanB.com. My music history course is up now. This is the last week for the early bird discount. $25 off if you enroll up through this weekend. The Black American Music Family Tree. Legends, Instruments, and Legacy. Summer School. Teach your kids music history. 5-week summer program. All right. BlissCapsules.com. Buy 2, get 1 for free with the product code DewanB. I'm about to be about here, y'all. Oh yeah, Patreon. We got some more shit. We got some more shit coming in the Patreon. We got some more shit coming in the Patreon. Cash App, $DewanB1. But we got some more stuff coming in the Patreon this week and next week. All right. Y'all have a good one.